Welcome back on a Monday night. Dirt Racing Network, our live coverage. The Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder, Jess&Jims Steakhouse 360 Sprint Car Series. Leg number 3 of 4 for the Pennsylvania Swing. Started this off a couple, 3 weeks ago. They went to Williams Grove. They turned around. Went to Lernerville. Now we're at Port Royal. We'll wrap things up next week on that PA Swing at Lincoln, at Lincoln Speedway. Drivers right now in the drivers' meeting. They're actually finishing that up. They're going to get back out there with a couple of minutes to go in the session. Pre-race warm-up. Josh Whiteman, the quickest into a small field tonight, only about 16 drivers. This series usually pulls 25 to 30. And with that Pro Series, maybe some guys worn out and not making the call to get over here. They were at Weedsport with the Pro Series iRacing a little bit ago. A lot of the same familiar faces. Chris Sabeski going to go quick time in the warm-up session, then goes into the turn 1 wall, so he'll slow that down. Chad Griggs. Taylor Wineland. Ross Carinta in the house. Trevor Royer. Ryan Scheidt. So some of the BDM guys making their way. We do not see Whiskers tonight. We knew that Hannigan was going to be gone. We're not seeing old Ernie Williams this evening. Jesse Bandy made his way across. We know some of these guys were running in another league. There's Patrick Spangler making his way into the server very late in this one. Well, blessed, we hope so. We want them all to be fast. That's why we want to watch. We want to watch the fast guys go fast. Right now, Sabeski, man, he's got that thing wound up on the top. Qualifying in about 35 seconds. 15:58 for his best. Last time around was 67, so. This time across the stripe, it's 15:61, so he is able to repeat that within a tenth, lap after lap after lap. Sabeski may be tough to beat. Now Chad Griggs is going to go quick time, 15:51. Single lap run right there. That's all warm up. Once that clock hits zeros, the BS stops, and now it's time for you to have to really work for a lap. 20 drivers now. Bunch of guys got here a little late, but 20 cars, so we're going to have a full field for this one. So we'll go to qualifying. 2 minutes to time. Oh, no, you know what? They don't have qualifying. That is right. No qualifying. I forgot. We changed that up a little bit. Now we just go to heat races. Oh, thank God that worked again. Whew, I almost thought I screwed the whole thing up. All right, let's look at our Heat 1 lineup. This is how we'll line them up. It's going to be Ross Carinta in the 10 on the pole. Trevor Royer, the 90 car, will be to his outside. Craig Silby, Kiwi Conqueror in the 7. Row 2 to the inside, next 2. Sabeski. Car's not the 66 car, it's the 21 car. Garrett Boyd, the other 21 car, will start row 3 to the inside, next to Scott Thomason in the 6th. And then you'll see Larry Moody in the 73 with Taylor Wineland in the 25 in row 4. In the 5th row in our first heat, Matt Grimm, the 91, Patrick Spangler, the 39. Now, Heat 2 will have 10 cars as well, and that'll be it. Everybody's going to the show. It's normally a 22 or 22 car field. We don't have that, so we don't have to worry about it. Here's Carinta up front. Should be exciting as heck for this. I'm ready to see some fantastic racing. We saw a pretty good race in the big blocks. Trevor Royer with a good draw for a change. We haven't seen him have good drive. We didn't see him have good qualifying effort last few weeks of qualifying. Did parlay 2 weeks ago into a good podium finish. Where'd that go? I need that. But they'll show them where their start line is. It's about right there. Next time around, the pace truck will get out of the way about midway down the backstretch. And it'll be time to get loud, get fast. Hello, Deb. Tiny Dancer is in the field tonight. He'll be in heat number 2. All right, I said at the end of the warm-up session, the BS stops and everything gets a little more serious right here, right now. Heat number 1. 10 cars, 8 laps. Everybody's transferring through. This is going to set our field. Patrick Spangler didn't make the call. I don't know what happened to Patrick Spangler. Didn't make the call for qualifier for the heat, so we'll see him at the back of the B main. Carenta. Good start for Ross Carenta. Trevor Royer trying to hang tough on the high side. He's not going to get it there in 1 and 2. He'll work off the top side. He's got Craig Silby alongside. 3 wide as Sebeski went in there and went 3 wide. That changed the line. I think Silby wanted to cut down and couldn't, and he really had to make a different decision. Now cuts across Boyd's, catches Sebeski. No caution. I don't know how we didn't get a caution out of that because Sebeski's just rolling down the front stretch. That's how we didn't get a caution. Sebeski will make it off of the track. Silby is second right now. Whoa, there's a big pile up down the backstretch. Where in the heck are the cautions? We should already had 2 cautions because we've had 2 big incidents. We didn't have any. Silby, Royer, second, third, Grimm, Moody, Thomason, Spangler. And Spangler's off the track. He was going to be the only car that kind of was going to miss everything, and he didn't make the call. So Carenta, Silby, Royer, Grimm, Moody, and Thomason are it. Everybody else, well, they're making it to the show, but they're going to have to start deep in the feature. Coming around, it'll be 2 to go this time. Carenta is gone. 2 1/4 seconds in front of Silby. Silby's got a huge gap, about a second on Grimm. Grimm right in front of Royer. That's about 20 car lengths. And then here comes Larry Moody late. He's making a good run through here. Moody in that 73 up high. Trying to take the spot away. Alongside, and I can see why Royer is dog tracking just a bit, so that car a little off. So we're on the white flag lap, and Carenta's already down here coming out of 4. He's going to win the first heat. Silby second. Grimm making a run at him, and I think Silby might be running out of gas because Grimm gets him at the line. Moody fourth, Royer, and Thomason fifth and sixth. Guys cut it close on fuel. Sometimes you run out. So we'll get ready for Heat 2. We are going to show you what that lineup looks like. The 1J, Jacob Schmutz, on the pole. He'll have the 02 or the 66 of Doc Watson on his outside. Tiny Dancer, the 118. He'll have row 2 to the inside next to Josh Whiteman in the 24. Alex Straczynski, 23 car, row 3. He's got Chad Griggs in the 27 on his outside. You'll move to row 4. You see Henry Roslowski, the 97, and Ryan Scheidt in the 10, inside and out. And the back row, the 23 of Jonathan White, the 49 of Jesse Bandy. We don't see a Scott King. There he is. He made his way out. So 8 more laps. Then the boys will have a short warm-up, and then they will go racing for 35 feature laps here. No consolation races tonight. 20 cars in the field. Everybody gets to start the feature. Dang it, that hurt. All right, one more lap around. They'll show them the start line right here in 3 and 4, and then we'll cut them loose on the next one. Final heat race tonight. All right, pace trucks out of the way. We're getting ready to go green. 3 and 4, Schmutz and Watson. Off this high side. Schmutz. Pretty good start. He'll have the lead to himself. Scott King and Doc Watson are side by side. Shazinski and Whiteman side by side. Behind that, everybody jostling for position, looking for room to race, looking for open track. Watson takes second. King now in a battle for third. Whiteman looks like he may take that away. Watson a little out of shape. They go 3 wide out of 2. No contact down the backstretch. Whiteman now going to go for the lead. 2 for 1. Goes around Watson, goes around White. Contact behind. There's cautions. Now we can go and see. Ryan Scheidt is going to be in this. It's not him. I want to say Shazinski had a piece of this. Oh, yeah, Watson got a little out of shape. Shazinski just got in the back of him and just collects cars. And that's a ride right there. Alex Shazinski, he went for an evil ride. So Watson got a little out of shape. Shazinski couldn't stay out of the back of him, and that collected Ryan Scheidt. Unfortunate. And I think Josh Whiteman was probably going to have the lead right there. They just didn't make it back to the stripe to score that lap. Or we might have seen a 2 for 1 down in 3 and 4 because Whiteman had a monster run. Threw it off in there, and he had Schmutz cleared. But we'll reline them. It'll be Schmutz, Whiteman, King, Griggs, Bandy, Roslowski, White. The order on the restart. Watson, Shazinski, and Scheidt are all in the infield, but they'll be back for the feature here in just a few minutes. Hate to see drivers have issues, but it's part of racing. I was at the racetrack Saturday night and had to watch a Metaflighted guy who got burned really bad. His car caught on fire and he could not get himself extracted. And he got some pretty good burns on his legs, between his knees and his hips, and I guess his hands. Got burnt as too. He kept trying to get to that latch on that harness. So, all right, restart here. 5 laps to go. Schmutz once again, and you got a pretty good start there. We'll see if Whiteman can clear. Start to go on the attack again because Griggs is on the attack. He's got Scott King in his sights, and he goes by him on the high side out of 2. Chad Griggs, what a run through 3 and 4, and he almost ran his teammate over. Trying to manage that speed, and he and Whiteman are just sailing away from this group. Bandy up to the 3rd spot, but Schmutz is going to fight back. I thought Scott King was going to be right in there as well. She had a run out of 4, tried to make it 3 wide. Here comes Roslowski, or Jonathan White, I'm sorry, Jonathan White, and he goes around Scott King. We're coming down 3 to go. Chad Griggs got around Josh Whiteman, and he is going to set sail up here. That car looks like it is bouncing around, especially on the top of 1 and 2. Very rough up there at the top. You can see that car bouncing up and down, going through the corners. With Chad Griggs gone, and caution, Jacob Schmutz has had a big issue. Anything in a sprint car is a big issue unless the motor just shuts down. Got up on the back. Oh, lost the steering. He got up on the back of Jonathan White right there. He lost the steering to that, so we'll have a 2-lap shootout to end Heat 2. So a couple of cautions. And this track, not really all that tricky. But it looks like it's going to be a handful for our drivers tonight. Griggs, Whiteman, Bandy, White, King, Roslowski. And here comes Shazinski. He's going to try to make up a couple of laps. No top wing, no front wing. He is just doing it open 360 non-wing style. Yeah, that car is not handling very good. I think he's just trying to improve his starting position. He can pick up 1 spot. That's all he can do. With Schmutz off the track, he can pick up 1 starting position. Pace truck's out of the way. We're ready to go back to green flag racing here. Trzynski's shown 4 laps down, so.
Green flag.
That 1 spot's all he can pick up. He'll stay at the back with the broken car. Griggs gets back on the hammer. He'll come around. It was 2 to go when they took the green. We'll come out of 4, and we'll see the white flag. We've got to get to it for it to count. Easy enough. We got there. Griggs looks like he's on his way to winning the heat. He'll start at the front of the feature. Easy run for Chad Griggs in the 27. Whiteman second. Bandy, White, King, Roslowski. And then Schmutz, Trzynski, Watson, and Scheidt. And I guess he did not get around to get that extra lap in front of Schmutz. So, finishing order will stay the finishing order. They'll give him a little bit of warm-up time. And it'll be time for our 35-lap A-main here momentarily. What was that? Quick reminders about tomorrow night. Rest of the week. ERA and their... Oh, no, we don't need that. Sorry about that, folks. But ERA and their pavement late model stock cars, they'll be headed to Kern County. That's an 8:30 Eastern start. Then Wednesday night, Midwest Truck Series go to USA Speedway. Right around that 8:30 time slot, they'll be getting kicked off. Thursday night doubleheader. Red Driver Mighty Midgets, round 6 for them. I don't think they haven't posted up where they're headed yet, but that'll do this weekend, and then we'll start back on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. We will not have Thursday shows on Thanksgiving, but we do have a race for you all Thursday night. Thanksgiving night after all of the turkey festivities. The Paul Nichols Memorial, that's the 3rd annual for this event. It used to be a 200-lap street stock race at Lanier, and this year we're going to make it a 100-lapper for the feature, heat race format, but a 100-lapper for the feature at Knoxville. All the drivers that register will be given instructions on how to go register for a free 2025 calendar from the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum up in Knoxville. And we want to say a big thank you to Bob Baker for that. We'll try to get Bob on and talk to him during the race. But the boys will put the big blocks in. You watch them here Monday nights. A lot of those same guys will get into that race. They will be ready to go for a 100-lapper. Be a fixed setup. They won't have to do anything but show up and race. First 60 drivers to enter are going to be allowed. We'll take 24 to the feature. That's on Thanksgiving night. Then that following week, Dirt Slingers Racing League Triple Crown Showdown. 360 wing sprint cars, big block modifieds, and midgets. 3 nights of qualifying, 1 for each mod. And then on the 7th of December, all 60 cars into the same server. 1 big show. Going to be a good one. Well, we still have a little work to do. Chad Griggs is just out here rolling right now. Man, he's got that thing wound up. Ran away with his heat race. Thank you to everybody here. I've seen chat from all 3 platforms tonight. Appreciate you guys kind of keeping it lively. Guys, working the track down a little bit. All right, that's going to do it. Advance the warm-up session. We do not need to knock any more dirt off the track. Try to keep some moisture in it. Get ready for tonight's 35-lap A main. This is how we're going to start them. Ross Corinta, the 10 car, will have the pole, and he'll have Chad Griggs, the 2 heat race winners, at the front. Then the 91 of Matt Graham and the 24 of Josh Whiteman, row 2. Craig Silby, the 7. Jesse Bandy, the 49, making up row number 3. The 4th row will have Larry Moody in the 73 on the inside, the 23 of Jonathan White on the outside. And we'll get back to row number 5 and see the 90 of Trevor Royer next to the 118 of Scott King. The 6 of Scott Thomason and the 97 of Henry Roslowski in row number 6. Taylor Wineland, Jacob Schmutz, the 25 and 1 car inside and out in row number 7. Row 8, Garrett Boyd inside. Alex Jasinski, the 23 car not outside. Boyd will be the 21 car you'll see on the inside, the second 21 car in the field. Chris Sabeski, that other 21 car, he starts inside row number 9. So the 21's nose to tail. That'll be interesting. He'll have the 66 of Mike Watson beside him. Patrick Spangler, the 39, Ryan Scheidt in the 10 on row 10. And once again, Spangler did not make the call, so we'll have 19 of them for 35 laps. Roll them off. We'll get the formation lap. They'll get down here. They'll show these guys on the front row. Here's your start line. Corinta and Griggs. We saw Corinta last night in the 410 series at Weedsport over with Aces Up. All right, lights are off on the pace vehicle. Everybody's formed up 2 by 2. It is time to get loud. Get rowdy. And we're going to get dirty for 35 laps. Leg number 3 of the PA Swing. Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder Jess&Jims Steakhouse 360 wing sprint cars. Ready to get after it and do battle. Carenta on the throttle. Green flag is going to fly. Out of 2, and Griggs got a little sloppy on the exit of 2 and almost let Grimm get into the left rear. Big a run through 3 and 4, and I don't know. Griggs is going to have to figure out something to do with all that speed. He takes it down, overpowers the corner in 1 and 2. He's trying to grind the beadlocks off of that right rear up there. Big run again through 3 and 4. This time enough momentum slider coming down in 1 and 2. Carenta tried to counter, could not get it there. If Griggs is still ahead going through 3 and 4, he may run off and hide. Not that time. Carenta was able to park it in front of him, and Griggs had to take evasive action. Great battle for the lead early in this one. Caution for the first time. God dang it, stop running away. Let's see. Sebeski? Is Sebeski going to have a problem? 21 car right here, the black one. Oh, in front of him, Scott King catches the wall. Sebeski off the back end of a car, and he went for a ride. And he is stuck on the infield wall. Let's go see who got. I think King got in the wall, and he may have come off the back end of Boyd right there. Oh, yeah. Not much he could do. Got a push from Wineland. Nothing any of those guys could do once King was into the fence. Then it was just kind of trying to take the best evasive action, and he couldn't do it. Got some help from behind. So White, King, Wineland, and Sebeski all off the track after that incident. Not sure what happened to White's car. Maybe he got some suspension damage. And Wineland, I didn't think he got a piece of it. I thought he got into the back of Sebeski a little, but I did not think his car could be that damaged. And maybe he's got something going on with the steering, because I see him working the front end back and forth. Griggs and Carenta were locked in mortal combat at the front. And that first 5 laps was pretty doggone entertaining at the front of this thing. And right there behind them, Matt Grimm was just waiting to see if either one of them was going to make a mistake and give him an opening. Silby, Whiteman, Bandy, Royer, Moody, Thomason, and Shazinski. And Shazinski's had his problems already tonight, and he's going to try to make a comeback and run through this field here. Everybody's going to have a hard time catching those two at the front, though. We're back to green flag racing. They'll fan out. Sylvia go to the inside. Grimm stays out wide. He keeps the spot. I thought Carenta might have had a shot to get a nose on the inside of Griggs and get a run up the exit. Didn't happen. Big slider from Sylvia, and he couldn't make it happen. That's going to open the door. Whiteman is going to make a run at him. That opportunity evaporates down into 1 and 2. Silby protected the inside, wreck behind. And Royer, and here's your caution. So we'll see. It's going to be, Trevor Royer and Jesse Bandy look like they're going to get into it. Oh, yeah. Both cars trying to occupy the same piece of real estate. Then they get hooked up. Now they get knocked loose. We'll see if either one of them has damage. Jesse Bandy may have a little. Yep, right front. Knocked off of the 49 car. Here comes Wineland back in again. See if he can get something done with the 25. There goes Royer. I don't know if he's got a problem, but you can see that right front hanging off. Yeah, looked like crosslink might be broken on that car. So a lot of physicality here tonight at Port Royal. Griggs, Corinta, Grimm, Silby, Whiteman are still the top five. Moody, sixth. Trzynski, Thomason, Scheidt, and Schmutz the top 10. Watson, Boyd, White, Roslowski just outside of that. Everybody else off track. Probably going to try to come back, I think. We'll try to watch and see if Royer and company can get back out here. Ow. Lights off on our pace vehicle. One more time around. And we will get the green flag. Green flag back in the air. 28 laps remaining. Corinta went for it again through the middle. Couldn't do it. Silby to the outside. Loses the back end. And now Whiteman goes around him. Moody, Trzynski, and Scheidt locked in battle back here. And Trzynski is going to escape that and go after Silby. And he'll pick up another spot.
All right, man,
He
caution
pushed
is
the
out.
slider
Caution is
in,
out.
and all that is going to be for naught. Roslowski has an issue. Sloppy tonight from this group. 97 car. He was out of shape getting in. Oh, he's going to get Trevor Royer, and he's going to go around. Royer keeps it going. But Roslowski, and there comes Jesse Bandy. And that's what triggers our caution. Tiny Dancer back on track. That car looks like it might be hurt. Just seems to be sitting funky. Some of these boys trying to get some more work done. Get some things fixed. As the field rolls by. So we'll restack them and try to give them another restart. Lights are off on the pace truck. We got a waiver round going. I don't know who that was. I saw somebody. Might be Scott King getting a lap back. We'll see. He was a lap down, so maybe late in this one he's going to get his lap. And he'll be able to catch the back of the field before they get to turn 4 and tuck himself in there in 18th. Sebeski and Spengler are the only two cars that are officially out of the race. Still 18 of them out here. The green flag back in the air. Great start for Griggs. Man, he hit the button and it was perfect. Carrenta went after him. Whiteman tried to go after Grimm, and it didn't work out. Grimm's got to run down the backstretch. Will he go for the slider? No. Keeps it locked in on the outside behind Ross Carrenta. Shazinski's up to 5th, and we saw him have nothing but trouble in his heat race. Ryan Scheidt now up to the 6th spot. He started 20th. He's picked up 14 positions. Scott Thomason tucked in behind that. Larry Moody right in behind him. A caution once again. Jonathan White having an issue. Let's get down here real close. 23 of White. That car doesn't have any steering. You could see that going into the corner. The left front was going nowhere. It was facing out a little bit. When he went in the corner, it just took him straight to the fence. So Bandy back to his pit. We haven't completed a lap, so they haven't. I think Scott King is finally going to be back on the lead lap, showing him in 17th position. Four cautions in the first 10 laps. We hadn't seen but maybe 8 cautions, 9 cautions all season, 10 maybe at the very outside with these guys in the first 4 races. I think they had a night where they had maybe 4. A night or 2 at 2 or 3. Wineland rolling down pit road. He's going to rejoin. And he will still be on the lead lap. At least it looks that way. Yes, he will still be on the lead lap. Jonathan White looks like he is out. As damaged as that car was, I'm not surprised. So 3 cars out, 17 still out here. Everybody trying to keep it nice and clean and tight here. 360 is usually not a big handful. It looks like tonight this track a little tricky for these guys. Griggs with a good roll through 3 and 4. He's going to get on the throttle. We're going to go back to green flag racing. Carrenta, Grimm, Whiteman. Grimm and Whiteman going at it again. Whiteman not able to get it done through 1 and 2. Now gets a run down the backstretch. Slider coming in 3 and 4. He's not going to get it there. Grimm is going to hang off the exit. I am not sure who is going to crash here, but let's go take a look right here at these two. Oh, yeah. Not really sure what that was. That took out a bunch of cars. Tell you what, I want to go back one more time and take a look. And that's not the car I'm going to look at. We are going to go and we're going to look right up here. Car into the fence. Trevor Royer, Jacob Schmutz, and so we're going to try this one more time. We still have 24 to go. Looks like the lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get going again here. Griggs still out front. Carenta, Grimm, Whiteman, Scherzinski, the top 5. There's Ryan Scheit, Larry Moody, Scott Thomason, Mike Watson, Garrett Boyd, Craig Silby, Henry Roslowski. Royer, Bandy, King, Schmutz, White, Sebeski, all out. And I think Royer may be rolling back out, or he may have gotten out. He didn't get out by much if he did. Carenta went after Griggs right there in 1 and 2, and he couldn't get it done, and it might cost him because Grimm was alongside, and now contact between Whiteman and Grimm. Scherzinski's going to get by Whiteman. So did Scheit. Scheit got past Scherzinski quick. Whiteman had to fight. Now he's going to give the spot back. So Ryan Scheit up to 4th, and he's rolling the bottom here. Griggs with a big slide coming down the hill off of 4. Griggs right up top.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Caution coming out again. Caution number 6. Ooh, Roslowski was out of shape for a long time. That car might be broken because it ain't driving straight anyway. And just couldn't get it escaped quick enough. And the leaders were coming behind. So a war of attrition tonight at Port Royal. As we'll get ready to restart. I have 19 to go. Down to 11 cars out of 20. Chassis guys, wing guys. Oh, nope. We did not get one to go. The lights are back on the pace truck, so we're going to go around again. But all the parts manufacturers are going to make a lot of money tonight. A lot of wrecked race cars. Now the pace truck will get out of the way down here in the middle of the backstretch, and we'll get ready to go green again. See if we can get 19 laps in. And the green flag back in the air. Griggs got another good start. Carenta not close enough to go at him this time, but Scheit was close enough to go after Grimm, and he may get it done. Ryan Scheit up to 3rd. Biggest mover of the night. He's having a drive like we saw from Dylan DeWert in the big blocks. Alex Scherzinski goes by Grimm as well. Now Ross Carenta. The red 10 is going to have to deal with the blue and black 10. Scheit off the bottom, didn't get a great run there. Grimm coming back after Scherzinski, not enough momentum, and he couldn't get the slider in because Scheit kind of had that line covered up. Now Scherzinski up to the top, off the corner. He'll go around Ryan Scheit. Move Scherzinski into the top 3. Scheit now battling for 4th. As Grimm is going to take the high side, and he may have enough to clear, put Scheidt back to 5th again. Ross Corinta slipping, sliding, dipping, and dodging, and he's going to lose the spot to Alex Jasinski, but he gets it back out of 4. Good racing, second on back. Matt Grimm's back in this thing.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Caution. Just a few to go here. Whiteman was out of shape. Here goes Boyd. Boyd goes through the corner. Oh, got hooked in the left rear a little bit. Whiteman tried to cross him over. So a rough one at Port Royal tonight. Half the field out due to attrition. Griggs, Corinta, Shazinski, Grimm, Scheidt, Whiteman, Moody, Thomason, Watson. 9 cars. Somebody else. Greg Silby shown, but he is not on track. He might be out as well. So we're down to 9 cars. Long one, definitely tonight. Now we get the 1 to go signal. We'll go back to it with 14 laps remaining. So Greg will get us restarted right here coming out of turn number 4. Corinta, Straczynski, Grimm, Scheidt right behind him. Green flag back in the air.
Green flag.
Josh Whiteman making the move down to the inside on Watson. He'll put himself into 8th. They are stacked up right here. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Nose to tail, and it looked like they were pushing one another around the track. Straczynski in the 23 trying to run Corinta down again. Griggs had a problem out of 2. Straczynski's going to get around Corinta. Griggs struggling late in this one. Corinta goes back by as he exits the 4, just a little bit rough and tumble. Cars bouncing around for everybody off the top of turn number 4 right now. Matt Grimm clears Alex Straczynski. He's up to 3rd, and Ross Corinta goes for the lead in 1 and 2. He'll have it down the backstretch. Corinta right in front of Griggs. Griggs had a great run through 3 and 4. That car's been so good through the middle of 3 and 4. Now contact at the front. Oh, Corinta's left front. Knocked off of the 10 cars. He and Griggs got together. Corinta going to take it in. Grimm grabbed the lead in all of that. And now Matt Grimm out in front. 9.5 laps remaining. Grimm trying to hang on and get his first win. The 360s at DSRL. He's got to hold off Chad Griggs. And I don't know if Griggs got any damage from that incident with Corinta or not. Seven to go, and they are right together. Grimm going in light. Now Griggs alongside. Drone cam this time. Contact between Griggs and Grimm. Griggs got the car back underneath him. That car looks so sketchy down the straightaways. Exit of 4, it just drops you off and it unloads the car and you go a little left, a little right. And now Griggs starting to stretch it out. 4 to go this time out of turn number 4. He's got half a second. Grimm and Shazinski, 2 and 3, and a big gap back to Ryan Scheidt in the 4th spot. Whiteman is up to 5th. 3 to go this time by. The war of attrition has taken its toll. Griggs with his hand full. Off of 2 and off of 4. Right at the very lip. White flag in the air. And Griggs is going to pick up the win. He'll be the 4th winner this season in the series. 27 to Griggs first. Grimm second. Trzynski third. Scheidt and Whiteman 4-5. Moody, Thomason, and Watson, the remaining cars on the track. We'll grab our drivers as soon as they can make it to us. We'll talk to them about an eventful Port Royal tonight. Just waiting for them to all make their way. Over here for our waiting room. While we wait for them, let's really quickly take a look at our results. Griggs, Grimm, and Trzynski. Scheidt 4th, Whiteman 5th. Moody 6th. Thomason, he was 7th, 8th to Watson. Crenshaw 9th. Boyd 10th. Sylvia 11th. Roslowski 12th. Schmutz 13th. Royer 14th. Wineland was 15th. King 16th. Bandy 17th. White 18th. Sebeski and Spangler 19-20. Drivers starting to make their way in now. Let's grab Alex Trzynski real quick. He finishes 3rd tonight. Alec, you got a copy?
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, that was pretty eventful out there. From your perspective, what was going on? Was the track just super sketchy?
No, I mean, people just can't drive, as simple as that. But it's just dodge, duck, and weave. That's all you can do. I mean, it's hard because the cushion's really hard to run, and people just simply don't have laps to comfortably run it. So, yeah, you kind of just got to go where they're not and kind of be ready to avoid carnage.
Well, you picked up 13 spots en route to the finish, so you had to drive through pretty much the whole field. I mean, it looked to us up here in the booth like the track was kind of there. You just kind of had to maintain a little bit of control. And the bumps in 1 and 2 looked like they were really getting everybody, especially up high.
Yeah, I didn't know what direction I needed to go with for setup, but I kind of, had the car a little bit too free there where, it was free in the back and tight pushing in the front. So there's just simple setup stuff coming from 16th that you just kind of got to guess on what you're going to do and how your race is going to go, because you're going to get into contact. Like early on, I was avoiding a wreck, and I mean, my front end was broke ever since probably lap 4 or 5. So You kind of just gotta, salvage what you can get and, just carry on to the next race.
Well, great run, man. Give me some shout-outs. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, I got to thank all the Black Diamond boys. It's kind of fun to see everyone on and racing again. We even got Nate in there mixing it up sometimes. So all of them, Tim Sims, Totally Tinted, Ron Draps and Tin, Ross Carenta, he's been running pretty good here lately. So got to thank him for all the designs, and I guess everyone that watches the broadcast. Good race to first and second.
All right, man. Congrats again. Thanks for chatting with us. We'll look forward to seeing you next week, sir.
Yeah, see ya.
Alex Straczynski finishing in third. Now let's move on. Oh, well, we don't have his car, but we don't have a car, but we got a driver. Matt Grimm, you there? Matt, are you there, bud? Oh, boy. They're going to make me do this real quick. Hang on. Matt Grimm, you got a copy? Matt, you there, sir? I don't know if we have Matt. He's in the chat.
I'm here.
There he is.
I couldn't hear you. I didn't hear you talk, so I was just sitting here waiting.
All good, all good, all good. It happens. I talked to to Alex Straczynski a second ago, and I said the same thing to him. Man, that looked like that was just eventful out there tonight.
Yeah, the track definitely had some character tonight and made for an interesting show, and the cautions kind of didn't really help much.
Well, it looked like the bumps in 1 and 2 were kind of rough, and then the exit of 4, if you were way up high, it kind of pitched you back in the middle. What was going on? Why was everybody so kind of out of control tonight?
Yeah, I mean, 1 and 2. I don't know if it was the bumps seemed bad, but I think it was the cushion was just like really grabby and like really rough for some reason. And yeah, 1 and 2, the 3 and 4, the problem was the exit of the corner. It was so thin on exit. The car just, you have traction, and then you get to the exit of the corner and you're ready to go down the straightaway, and it just loses all grip all at once, and it catches you off guard no matter how much you prepare for it.
Well, interesting for sure. A lot of cautions, and you said that kind of messes you up a little bit. It's a rhythm thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for me. I mean, here it takes multiple laps to set up like a run to pass somebody cleanly, which a lot of people don't do anymore, but I still like to pass clean. And yeah, it takes a couple laps. So when you get a caution every lap or two, it really starts messing with you.
Well, interesting for sure. Leg 3 of the PA swing. We're going to go to Lincoln next week. What do you anticipate there?
Oh my, a lot of tight racing, a lot of arguing probably.
Well, let's hope not, man. Well, give me some shout-outs and thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here tonight after a superb run.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who put this league on, and thanks for you guys doing a broadcast. Everybody over at Horizon Sim Sports, M9 Performance, Metcalf Simtography, 1-8 Designs, just everybody who helps out with the team side of things, and everyone who puts on these races, and congrats to Chad on the win.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run. We'll look forward to seeing you next week at Lincoln.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
That's Matt Grimm. He finished second. Now we'll move on. Well, I don't know where he went. Oh, I do too know where he went. He went right there. That's where the 27 car went. Chad Griggs, you there?
I am.
Well, that was a long one, and you're going to get your first win at DSRL here at Port Royal tonight. A little bit about your feature.
I was honestly driving pissed off from the league race that I ran right before this because I gave one away. That I've got a tight points battle for a championship, and I gave it away. So I had a little something to prove, I guess. Driving mad, pissed off at myself for no other reason, but I was either going to beat the boards down and win the damn race, or I was going to end up in the pits.
Well, you had to battle pretty hard for a long time there. You and Carenta really going at it. I think the cautions kind of broke up what could have turned out to be a great race. What was, I know you were out front, but kind of what do you think was the cause for 7 or 8 cautions, whatever it was we had tonight?
I don't really know. I couldn't see what was happening. I know that for the most part, all the time there when we were riddled with the cautions, that all of us up front in the top 4 or 5 or whatever were running clean. I don't really know. I didn't go back and look at anything to see where they were all coming from. But yeah, it seemed like an eternity. I was just like, come on, like, let's get this thing over with.
Well, turns 1 and 2, it looked like it was super bumpy up there, and then the exit of turn 4 looks like you'd get to the exit and it just kind of pitch you into the center of the track.
Yeah, so what I saw was you had to be up there where that little opening is on the exit of turn 4. You had to put your right rear there to get the grip, to get the drive down the straightaway. But yeah, it would then whip your car, and your left side would swing around and push you to the middle of the track. And that also was, unfortunately, a little bit of contact that I made with Matt there late in the race as well. I apologize to him. It wasn't anything that I meant to do, but it's just, if you're going to run that line, it's almost impossible to not have your car whip a little bit to the left there. But yeah, and I got to go back and look at it too. I know Ross and I had a little bit of contact. I don't really know what happened there. I may owe him an apology as well, so I'll have to go back and look at that and see what's in store there.
All right, man. Well, give me a few shout-outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate your first DSRL win.
Thank you for putting on the league and the broadcast. Thank my guys, my team, Scott Thomason Racing, Scott himself. Thank Josh Whiteman for my paint jobs and having me look good on the track. I know he was up there in the top 4 or 5 most of that race. I don't even know what happened to him because I wasn't focused on anything but just trying to get it done.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win. I'll look forward to seeing you back next week over at Lincoln.
Thanks, Roger.
Chad Griggs winning his first here at DSRL, and he does it on Monday Night Thunder. Jess&Jims 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Well, that is going to do it for us here tonight. It has been an interesting, I wonder if there's a full moon, because it has been an interesting Monday to say the very least. We will look forward to next week's doubleheader with the big blocks and the 360s again. But don't forget to come join us tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern, ERA, and their late model stock car series at Kern County. The rest of the week with all the fantastic racing we got lined up for you. Once again, we appreciate you being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the great leagues giving us fantastic racing each and every night, there's nothing for us to cover, so everybody gets a pat on the back. Till we see you the next time, peace and love to everybody.